What is up, everybody? How you doing today? Welcome back to the Hunter Call Wild. And today, I wanted to do a short little guide video just about, what are the best loadouts for this map here, Emerald Coast. And I decided to do two loadouts. One is a DLC loadout, and one is a non-DLC loadout. So you can pick and choose which one you want to use depending on, which DLCs you have. And if you have some of the DLCs, but not all of them, you can pick and choose which weapons you'd like to use. So, let's go on ahead and get into this. Hopefully you all find this helpful. If you do, please leave a like down on the video below. And like I said, let's go on ahead and get right into this. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and go over this DLC loadout. And it looks like we're going to have to use one of our weapons here. This is actually one of the entire reasons that I brought this gun was for self-defense from kangaroos. So, there we go. Got to use that a little bit. So, we'll go ahead and go over this. We have the 7mm Malmer, the Virant 22LR, the 243R Cuomo, the Cash Story 12 gauge, and the 44 Wildcat Magnum. So, why do I have each of these guns? The Malmer 7mm is great because it's a 4-9. It can cover anything from fallow deer to bantang, and it does a really good job of it. And since it's bolt action, you can get a second shot off if you need to. The Virant 22 is great because you can do the 22 trick with it, or if you have a bird flying away, you can stop it and without having to use your shotgun at 150 yards. Okay, then we have the 243R Cuomo. This is going to be your class 2 to 3 rifle. I find that it's often better than the 223 or the 22-250. It just is. It has a little bit more power. So, with those tough animals, you want it. Then we have the Cash Story 12 gauge, which of course is for your birds when they decide to come flying by, and the 44 Wildcat Magnum. So the 44 is great because, like you saw with the kangaroo, it drops the class 3 and 4 animals, but it can also take out a class 8 animal, unlike the 10mm Devani, which I've tried to use on this map multiple times, but you cannot get quick kill on the crocodiles. Excuse me if I am saying gators, I have a tendency to do that, but the crocodiles, you don't get the full score if you use the 10mm on a crocodile. Now gators on Mississippi, they're class 6, you can, but the crocodiles, they're too big. So that's why the 44 is a great sidearm to have. And in this loadout, I also left room for collars and first aid kits. You can swap these out with whatever you like to carry, but I did want to make sure that there was still room for these things, if you like to use them. I don't always like to use them, but, for someone who does those things, there's room for them in this loadout. So, with all that covered, let's go on ahead and check out the non-DLC loadout. Alright guys, well let's go on ahead and take a look at our non-DLC loadout. We have the 7mm Region Magnum, the 223 Docent, the Cash Story 12 gauge, and the Rangemaster 338, along with our binoculars, and all of our little gadgets down here. We have our collars and our first aid kits. So, something to keep in mind, this loadout is big and clunky, alright? These two guns right here, the 7mm and the 338, account for almost half the space in the loadout because they are so heavy. And actually, let's go ahead and take a little sandbar dough there. But the 7mm, it does a good job. As you can see, it's very powerful. It's just, very heavy in the loadout. If you want to, though, you can take these things out, and then you would have enough room for a sidearm in case you wanted to shoot an attacking roo or a crocodile with the handgun. Probably would be a little bit more easier than the rifle. That's up to you, though. You can customize a loadout however you want. I'm just giving y'all a baseline. But, as you can see, 7mm, it does just fine. The 223, it's better than the 243 rifle, in my opinion, because it doesn't have the zeroing issues that it has sometimes. And then there's the Cash Story 12 gauge, which, is by far the best shotgun in the game. And it's a base game weapon, makes it all much better. But with these non-DLC loadouts, you are a lot more limited than the DLC loadouts because, there's just not as many weapons. And that's fine. It's just you have to remember that there's less to work with. So you're going to be using a lot of the same weapons on almost every map, more of a universal loadout than anything. So, with all that said, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know if you'd like to see more with this style down below. Just this, short video, quick guide to loadouts. If you'd like to see this across other maps, I would be happy to do that. I just want to hear that from y'all, like I said, down below. So, with that said, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time.